that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And hit that like button, please. Hit that like button on the comment. And make sure y'all hit that notification so y'all know when your boy is in the building. Wait for a few people to jump in. Chime in up here, man. I'm waiting, man. New things is happening out there. Which this was reported the other day, but I wanted to chime in a little bit. You know, it's crazy. It's I guess you could call it a sticky situation or misunderstanding, or people just don't understand the laws of land or the laws of the land of loyalty is concerned. A lot comes with what we're about to talk about today. And that's a fact. A lot comes with what we're about to talk about. Because loyalty takes you a long way. And it helps you understand the dynamics of moving forward or being successful in the things that you do in life. And that's a fact. Because when you don't understand it, or should I say, when you ignore the facts of loyalty, that's where you go wrong at. That's where you go wrong at. But I'm waiting for a few more people to chime in, man. Yeah, it's right back. Phone always won't go off the hook. But we got some events coming up, so a lot of people calling me, getting things done, flyers done, and all that. Make sure y'all come down, wherever state y'all from. Y'all all welcome to the BBS Boys Classic Car Show this weekend in Morrisville. Coffee and Cars, 8 a.m. to 11. Then 11, they going to Bar Louie, one of the biggest brunch spots in North Carolina, should I say. That's a fact. And after that, they gearing up for the biggest after party at Terminal 8 Lounge, beginning at 9 o'clock till 2 in the morning. Get your tables now, because I'm telling y'all, it's going to go crazy. It's already selling, and those booths is going fast. So don't say I didn't tell y'all. So now, I'm going to just go ahead and get into it. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if y'all new to the channel, man. For real. And as y'all know, things have surfaced. Hold up, with Lil Kim's ex, I guess, slash artist as well. Salute Jazzy Barnes. So he been, you know, going online calling her out. Supposedly something with his music. Let me see something real quick. Right, let me see. I'm gonna see, I want to give y'all something to talk about. Oh, see, it can't. I got it right on time. Hold on. When we around each other, I want you to be my man. But when you go home, you can do what you want. I'm disloyal. I'm the that's disloyal. I'm the most loyal she's ever known. And she'll tell you that deep down if she ain't had no other on the side. Talking about Nicki Minaj. I love Kim so much, I would have spit on Nicki Minaj if I had the chance. Because that's who I am, bro.
Like, that's what I really come from. That's what I come from, bro. It's loyalty. I really come from that. Like I said, I ain't coming here to bash nobody. I'm telling you straight up what the happened. We start working together because, you know, I'm thinking she's with my music. All right, it's cool. You know, it's Lil Kim. What would anybody else do who's me or, you know, doing what I do, who loves music? I bumped Lil Kim when I was younger. I knew who Lil Kim when I was older because I went and did the research. When you really care about the music, you do. We ain't have a crush on Lil Kim. Like, come on now. But even matter of the crush, she's an icon. I come to LA, for, you know, a couple times. You know, I go with her to do her shows or whatever. We're just hanging around each other, talking about ideas. The time in LA, I'm chilling. I'm minding my business. She come in the room. I'm like, all right, I'm coming in the room. She gonna tell me, you know, when we around each other, I want you to be my man. But when you go home, you can do what you want. And I was stunned. I didn't know what the do. What the do I say? I'm here for business. I don't even know shorty like that. I'm here for business. I don't even know shorty like that. I'm trying to be as respectful as I can because literally I'm just here to work with you. So she's like, go out. You know, I go out with her nephew and the peoples and shit. And I was like, all right, we'll talk about it later. Remember, I'm on at the end with so I was like, all right, that's cool. No harm, no foul. So doing our thing, having our little fun in LA, you know what I'm saying? Being human beings, being people, being genuine, talking about life and shit. You know, we started, you know what I'm saying? And then I come around and she talking about shit way too serious. I'm like, whoa, hold on. Hold the fuck up. This is cool, but I just want to let you know, this, like, I don't want to go no farther than this. I made it simple, you know, mad and she give me a little attitude, whatever. That's, you know, women do that shit, whatever. Thought that was it. We became closer, but it never changed from what I just told you. You want to talk about how my sister came to the show and you let Keke Palmer get in your ear talking about I was my sister? And then bring it up in front of everybody like it was some real thing? My blood sister? It's been around my whole life. On top of the rest of shit you did before that, then you gonna come to me talking about I was trying to with my sister? That blew me off. That blew me to the roof, bro. That's weird, bro. I'm dealing with her every day, and I'm getting shitted on because of I don't want to say it. But yeah, it's because I had a baby. Like I wanted a baby in the midst of me making a career for myself. I was like, yo, I need a baby. Yeah. It's a blessing. I got no regrets. But come on now. And I can understand. Like I said again, understand.
So you know, he going in hard. Hold on. Let me see something else.
No, he had a baby on nobody, bro. Nobody was dating together, none of that, my nigga. That shit wasn't real, my nigga. That shit was not real. That shit was not my idea. Fuck it. And I ain't say shit either. The whole fucking time I ain't say shit while niggas was fucking, while you fucking over there with, you know, getting groped up by another nigga. I ain't say shit. Cause I don't care. I never gave a fuck about me. You never cared about me. You never cared about my music. You never cared about letting me succeed or helping me succeed. Only if it involved you. Only if I was with you or doing this with you or it. You didn't care about that shit. And yeah, you're right. I know it sounds a little feminine, but that shit hurts. That shit hurts. You my elder. I trusted you. I didn't see no fucking, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was real fucking cool that Lil Kim wanted to work with me.
Yeah, he going in, man, and I just want y'all to see. Hold on.
That's good. It was a really nice Adidas bike. You see this? This is Adidas. Let me show you. It is fire, bro. Can you see the thing? Wait, make sure you can see it. I can't. Look. You see it?
Yeah.
You see the black and white bike?
Nah, we seen it. Yeah, for sure.
It is fire. I'm not gonna lie. I like this. It kind of like gave me the fire. the most custom made. We got some really secret shit going on. But Adidas, look, these my favorite sneakers.
So, you know, it shows them having a good time together. And I guess he's trying to, you know, show show the things that, you know, him and her was doing together, having fun and things of that nature. But my one thing to this whole situation, if what he said was true, as far as her saying, you know, when we out in public, you my man. After you go home and leave, you do whatever you want to do. It is what it is. I think maybe he should have got some clarification for it. Because once you take on, when you leave, you know, that's still kind of like a, you know, you do what I tell you to do situation, is what that is. Because you my man, and when you leave, when we in public, but when you leave, you know, you can do whatever you want to do. Right then and there is when he's supposed to took control and took charge of that. Like, ho, like, fam, I rock with you and I like you and I would love to be your man if that's what it was. If he was going to show that in public, then if I'm going to be your man in public, then I'm going to be your man when we leave from here too. Because if not, then what's the stipulations? Now, if he gonna roll the stipulations, he should have been asking, what are the stipulations that would make you mad if something else happened? Like clarification, because you tied into something that has control over you, which is your music. And I'm only saying that to say is because the lawyer, he said the lawyer told him not to sign the contract. And he said that he liked Lil Kim and he really wanted to work with Lil Kim. So that's why he signed the contract. So he signed the contract either under lust and or under lust and as a fan. So you know, a lot came with that, man. A lot came with those statements that she said to that man. We're gonna be in public, you my man. Outside of public, you can do what you want to do. Now, this is my thing. Women are sensitive. I don't care who they are, man. Women are sensitive. And that's why one thing you got to make clear with women, especially when they are feeling like they are the aggressor or they are the one with the bag over the man. You got to get a lot of things clear, because when a woman gets mad, they reign of terror could be worse than a man. And see, you know, he young and they utilizing that, saying, you know, Kim was dealing with a young boy. See, when women deal with young men, they don't get the backlash like men get for dealing with young women. Which at this point, he's what, 20? The dude that she was dealing with, they said he's 25 years old. And at this point, he's a man. So my thing is, going out having a baby on a woman, even though y'all had that obligation, that's a deep, you know, it's a deep situation. And I understand his frustration and why he's upset. OG Bobby, what up? So I can understand his frustration that he upset because she told him that when we in public, I'm your man, but after when you go home, I don't care, you do whatever you want to do. So he was, he had probably other women on the side doing whatever he doing. Because once he go home, he don't have a girl. When he in public with Kim and they together out of town and stuff like that, then they are a couple. So he didn't understand the play of basically those are kind of words like, I kind of own you, man. I could say it, I want to say, but you had a baby on me though, a baby. And in all eyes, what y'all think? Was he wrong for having a baby if she told him he can go home and play? When he go home, it is, what he do. And or he still should have had some stipulations on what can he do, especially when he signed a contract. When you sign a contract, bro, you don't sign all your rights away to whatever, to that label until how the contract play out. Now, my other thing is this. Whatever is going on with that contract, and he's lashing out. And me just hearing that stipulations that she put out as far as him going home, you do what you want to do. That kind of put a dent in me speaking on having loyalty to the woman if you was dating her on that note. Now, if that's true what he's saying, that put a dent in him being loyal to her, because I was about to break it down about loyalty, and especially if you're having a baby on the woman that you're dealing with, and she has your career in her hand as far as label-wise. That's why it's never cool to do business and have sex with a person you're doing business with. That's never good, ever. Jazzy Bourne said maybe he should have asked, does that include babies? Yeah, that's a fact. That's what I'm saying, Ben. He said that now. Maybe he should have got the stipulations of what do it mean when I go home that you won't be mad about me dealing with other women. Because if he got that clear, that means he knows that she would have said, nah, you can't deal with other women, but I don't care what you do. But what else could it care? I don't care what you do when you go home. Ain't too many other things he could do but play with other women. Have fellatio with other women that could make her upset. And maybe after a while, she, start getting good to her that she wanted to have him, or maybe those stipulations changed that she didn't break it down to him. But once again, y'all women y'all sensitive, man. Y'all get to a point where y'all tell us, well, you should have known by the way I was acting after the beginning. The next level, I started thinking, or acting a different way. But in y'all mind, y'all think that's what we supposed to pick up off on, and we didn't really have this conversation. I'm just saying it could have went that way. And or I don't know. This is a sticky one, y'all. This is a sticky one, Beard. He said that's what she told him. This is a sticky one, because if he wouldn't have never said that, and I wouldn't have never heard that, I was gonna say, boy, you gotta be loyal to if you was, having fellatio with her, you supposed to be loyal to her and not doing that with another woman. Now you had a baby and she not answering his calls no more. He can't put an album out. So only thing I could say now to the young brother is you should have never mixed business with pleasure, because it never works out. And especially when somebody got control over the power over you. You signed it away. Then you had a lawyer. So that means you was paying your lawyer for nothing, and you did not listen to him tell you do not sign that contract. That's where you went wrong at. So being that you went wrong at that point in time right there shows that you is not on your business. Because at 25, you're smart at 25. You're smart enough to know better. And Jazzy Barnes said, sounds like she gave him the green light, though. Yeah, that's why I really can't go in on him and say where he went wrong at, because she gave him the green light if what he's saying is true. OG said, that's like saying he can box but don't get knocked out. It comes with the territory. That's a fact. That was a big one right there, Bobby. She said, you my man and when we in public, but at nighttime, when you go home or whenever you go home, night or day, it don't matter. You do what you want to do. So getting in the ring and you boxing, but when you leave me, don't get knocked out. And he gets knocked out. Yeah, that ain't right. That ain't fair. Yeah, should have not have signed that contract is what Jazzy Barnes said. And that's my thing. The lawyer gave him his advice. You paying a lawyer for advice and you did not utilize the advice. You did not do a smart business move before you handled that part. If your lawyer seen something that wasn't correct in that contract, you should have him alter it to the satisfactions of how you wanted it, passed it back to her and see what she would have said. And see if she would have been like, okay, we can make those changes and roll with it. OG said you can go sell drugs, but don't get locked up. Right. Selling drugs, and then they might say, all right, you can hustle at 1 to 2 in the morning, but after 2 in the morning, you know you on your own. If you get locked up, I might come bail you out or I might not. So if you go get a girl pregnant, I might get mad or I might not. Let alone have a baby. But it don't matter. You might get locked up. And if you outside gambling, having sex with another woman, she might get knocked up. It goes the same way. So now she got all right to get mad if she wants. Well, she really don't if she agreed to it. I don't agree with that with Kim, and that's family. That's my sis. I used to be Kim hype man. A few shows with her. That was my sis. I got a big history with sis. Love her to death. That's a fact. But at the end of the day, I can't tell her how to feel and how to handle her business because homeboy might be not telling the truth on his behalf. As far as she said, at nighttime you my man, and during the day you go. I mean, daytime you or whenever we out, you my man, and whenever you go home or whatever, you do whatever you want to do. So I can't say that that's all the way true. He could be gaslighting. Should have had, Jazzy Barnes said, should have had everything in writing for clarification to make sure she is clear on the stipulations. Did that too. Or at least recorded, like, this is what we doing. Okay, this is what we doing. Anything else goes, that's how it goes. But when I'm with you, can't nobody call me and tell me, yo, now you gotta come home, I need you home, or need you to be here. Can't nobody tell me nothing because I'm with you. So that's that. Not only that, he ain't understanding, you know, you getting pregnant. That means you was with a girl and she wasn't even your girl. You was just sexing her, unless she down with the play, like, yo, I rock with Lil Kim. And when I'm with her, you know, there's a do not disturb sign on. So the girl have to understand those stipulations. She probably like, all right, I'm with it. That's cool. So if she understands stipulations, that means you went and got her pregnant. She's saying, oh yeah, he about to blow up. I'm gonna lock him in and get a baby in play. Now, she thinking she locking you down because you gonna blow up you with Lil Kim and you got a baby in play. Or now you have a baby with this female that knows about Lil Kim. She ain't made sure you secure the bag yet, but you got a baby. Now look what happened. You ain't think right, and that female didn't think right. Now Lil Kim said, and put a damper on it. So now, the girl who thought she was getting the bag because you was getting the bag, Kim put a damper on that whole thing and say, you won't be getting no rich man child support money off what I'm gonna put together or was putting together. And see, he wasn't thinking like that. And you know, it's the woman that get the last decision before they can say get an abortion. It's either her decision or really both as well. But the lady get the final decision because it's her body, and ain't nothing you could do about it. So you went and had a kid, and now you know Kim looking at now I'm gonna blow him up. He got a kid, and the girl gonna get all the money. Because evidently she's looking at you wasn't thinking, not Kim, but the other girl. I'm going to catch him slipping. Because the girl had to know about Lil Kim, because when you with her, this can't be your girl. And if so, she down with the play. But still, she going to go ahead and put a baby in and, you know, have a baby with you, even though she know about Kim. So she know not to call. So, you know, you got to think how these celebrities think, man. And then, you know, Kim controversial. And then, you know, you start spilling the beans online, that ain't making it better for you. That already, I ain't even gonna say it's a form of disloyalty because you got the right to speak what you want to speak because, you know. Right. Jazzy says seems like unprotected sex is going on. And that's a fact. And she can look at it that way too. Like, well, if you're gonna be having sex with other people, make sure you use a condom. When you out with me, you my man. So we might not be using condoms. Like so many ways Kim could look at it and got mad at what was done through Lil Homie. And you know, he got stories of y'all just heard it when he just said that something about they you let what's her name the female actress say or start a rumor that he was sexing his own sister, his blood sister, and he was looking crazy. And see, when you're around a bunch of women, you gotta know how to handle and deal with that, especially ones that's outspoken. You gotta know how to deal with that. Because if they would have said that, I'd have brought my sister to the front. Like, yo, when did me and you ever have sex? What? And let her flip out on all of them. Don't ever assassinate my character like that. Lost your mind. I don't care who you supposed to be. Condom doesn't always protect against pregnancy. That as well, too. Because, yeah, so either way, it still would sound and look like he didn't use a condom. And even though he could say he got one, and she can still dispute it and say, you're lying, which she know condoms ain't guaranteed either. Any grown person know that. So that's a big point, too, Bobby. OG. That's a big point, too. But him just doing all that, and now going online talking about Foxy Brown, she was saying he be calling her Doodle Brown, and you know he's kind of spilling the beans now. Like now you are looking like a scorned female because those are the things that females would do and go up there talking about a woman. Like stuff like that, little homie, you just keep to yourself when a woman act like that and figure out a way to get around the contract. Now, if she came out talking about you, then it's different. But now you coming out talking about a female, men gonna look at you different, females gonna look at you different. That's the thing with dealing with females. You gotta know how to deal with them. And coming online saying little her deep secrets and all that. I've been knew about things with Foxy Brown. One thing Kim always said, I ain't never dealing with her never again in life. And it is what it is. So it ain't no secret about whatever she said about Foxy Brown. It really is not. They just arch enemies, and it is what it is. Why wouldn't we expect her to say Doodle Brown or whatever Brown against Foxy, and Foxy might say whatever she say about her? That ain't no behind the doors. It's just something she ain't gonna say in public to give that energy to people in public to do what you are doing right now, putting it out in public. But saying it behind closed doors to her friends and personal friends, cool. But other than that, it ain't no secret like it's this what you saying about Foxy. You talking behind Foxy back. It ain't behind Foxy back. And I know Foxy already know that Kim says whatever she want to say about her. It's not no secret about none of that. It's not. So for you to put it out there like it's a secret, it's like You saying things as if you are a scorned woman, little bro. Like that ain't. That's wild right there. Jazzy Bourne said if it was true what he says, Kim was wrong in thinking a younger dude would be able to understand what she really meant. Kim should know how immature a much younger guy can be, especially a fan. And that's a fact. And he went and researched her. So as he researching, that can turn into a a fan base uh, infatuation. And now she really wanted to work with him. That boosted it all the way up. Like, come on. So him not listening to his lawyers, he paid. I mean, you paid lawyers for nothing. They gave you advice and you didn't take it. So you wasted your own money, and you should be mad at yourself also, brother. See, you ain't admitting to that on camera. Like, I'm mad at myself. I ain't heard none of those yet. If you did, then excuse me. But you should be mad at yourself for doing those things, because anybody know women that have some power, man, they play a little different from how men play. It gets a little different, man. Madazad, what up? It get a little different. And, you know, I got stories with Lil Kim that I can give y'all, man, that shows me um, loyalty, or stories I can give you about Kim with loyalty is concerned. So me looking at Kim as a disloyal person, and the times I've been around her, and when I used to be in New York, I used to stay at the mansion. I used to stay there. That's where I was staying when I go to New York. Her brother Chris Jones, that's my brother. That's calling right now. Speed dial. If I need something, he coming. He gonna make sure I get it, and vice versa. If he needs something, to this day, right now. Um, it's been times that I had booked shows for Kim, and the kids tried to not pay the money, and I, went and made sure that they paid the money, and she stopped a show that she had because I told them these is my people and this is their birthdays. And she said, all right, for you, I'm gonna do it. She did it, kept her obligation. She stopped that show and did for my boys. Long story short, we almost fell out behind that because she stopped the show, and then these guys didn't try to keep the obligation. And I had a long talk with them, and they kept the obligation, and I got the money, and she was like, matter of fact, Boost, don't even worry about it. I'm not even mad at you. I'm like, nah, sis, I'm sending you that money. She was like, nah, you and Chris go ahead and split the money. I'm going to put something else together. But I still told her no. And Chris said no. We like, nah, we send you that money, and you still go put something else together. So that'll be a bonus because of what you did for us. You didn't have to. And that's why I say she does things when it comes to her people. I got other stories that she did for my homegirls, Miss Tish, my homegirl Casey. They call her Casey King down here. We had a bunch of girls running and holding it down, and she showed love and showed up. So as far as with this thing is concerned with homie, I want to try to figure out a few more things to get deeper, and I'm getting ready to call Chris and find out from him if he know about it, because he tends not to be in his sister business. They love each other, same mother, same father, and everything, but he tends not to be in her business. None of that. He got his own good things going on in life. Entrepreneurship is concerned, as far as that being concerned. Jazzy said, and he can't prove that she really said that. It can lead to defamation. That's a fact. That's a fact. So I don't know. This one is a sticky one. And you know, that's the thing. It could lead to defamation for you saying all this stuff. Like you go in public saying I said this and did that and did I don't know. That could get sticky too. That's a good one right there, Jazzy. That's a good one, man. The key situation is I know his lawyer somewhere saying I told him. I told him. Now, instead of going public with saying stuff about her, which is making you look bad character-wise, you should have handled it business once again. You should have been trying to say you are getting out of the contract. She's trying. You should have said, you know, went publicly about getting out of contract or have people that you know or get you a lawyer that can pull those strings for you. And then maybe something like that would have went, you know, public and it might have made you look like you on to your business. And you know, but you know, I don't know how easy it is to get out of these contracts. I've heard people try it all the time. And I guess it's not an easy task, but you would have been more respected by doing that, opposed to coming out telling all your stories of what she did and what happened with y'all. And so now, what's going to be your next move now? Now, industry people that is powerful enough probably wouldn't want to take a chance doing business with you because they feel like you might be disloyal. So, you know, even though you had a baby, it ain't your fault that you had a baby. That's a fact. You and Kim, if you was her man in the daytime, it's gonna be hard for people to believe that you wasn't her man in the evening. So it shouldn't these headlines shouldn't say Lil Kim's ex. It should say something else. Cause no woman is gonna be your man in the daytime. Let you be the man in the daytime and the evening. And in the evening you can do what you want to do. That sounds kind of rough and hard to believe. Now you got some women that's built like that don't mind. It might be a play toy. I don't know. But when you do it like that, you still get them control. Hold on a second. They calling about my Sprinter van. I gotta see what's up with that. Matt, hello. I missed the call.
You have reached our Mercedes-Benz service department. To schedule an appointment, press 1. If you know your service advisor's extension, you may dial it at any time.
But you give them power over you, brother. You give them power over you because you didn't get those stipulations down pat. Yeah, you may connect me to Matt. All right, thank you. Jazzy said he even admitted that he knows he sounded feminine. Yep, about the response. That's why he should have utilized you have the right to remain silent. Facts. Because everybody gonna look at you sideways now. Even labels. They gonna look at you different.
Please hold and your call will be answered by the next available agent.
And that's the deep situation about this.
6 needs to leave balance. Press the show speaking to the have the pleasure of speaking with. 6 needs to leave balance. Press the show speaking to the have the pleasure of speaking with. 6 needs to leave balance. Press the show speaking to the have the pleasure of speaking with. 6 needs to leave balance. Press the show speaking to the have the pleasure of speaking with. 6 needs to leave balance. Press the show speaking to the have the pleasure of speaking with. 6 needs to leave balance. Press the show speaking to the have the pleasure of speaking with. 6 needs to leave balance. Press the show speaking to the have the pleasure of speaking with. 6 needs to leave balance. Press the show speaking to the have the pleasure of speaking with. 6 needs to leave balance. Press the show speaking to the have the pleasure of speaking with. 6 needs to leave balance. Press the show speaking to the have the pleasure of speaking with. 6 needs to leave balance. Press the show speaking to the have the pleasure of speaking with. 6 needs to leave balance. Press
Yes, may I speak with Matt, please?
He is not in today.
Oh, someone just called me from there.
Okay, what's your name, please?
Bernard. I got a Sprinter van. That's
Oh, okay, Mr. Bernard. I know you got Bernard.
yes.
Okay, great. Just one moment. I'll see if I can find out who called.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
My bad, y'all. They had my Sprinter van been doing diagnostic for a while. Should have been ready. But yeah, once you give him the power, man, that's a wrap. Jazzy said, I thought he was on his period the way he was ranting. That's a fact. You ranting like a female, bro. And yep, and you admitted, yeah, I know it sounds feminine, but yeah, it hurts. I really hurt because I really love working with Lil Kim. I get it, but you ain't play your position all the way. You kind of put yourself in a side chick type of position from a grown woman or from a chick, however you want to call it. And now, damn, bro, you shouldn't have did that because now label's gonna look at you crazy. That's trying to that will want to consider even doing, business with you. Evidently, you might can make hits because you was with a hit maker, icon, which is Lil Kim. Normally, she don't hit him, she don't miss when she put her fingers on something. She's part of Mano career when he was at the bottom and came to the top. She put her hands on it and he never looked back. Um, uh, who else? The guy that wrote for Ray J, Sexy Canna. I think his name was Shy. She touched, she put him in position to get some checks, but now, be it,
Just one moment, please.
now that you did that, it might be a little messed up for your career now and really getting in unless you got money to push your own self. And that's what you should have did. Hold on, y'all. Hello,
Hi, this is David.
how you doing, David? You gave me a call. Yes, sir. I remember. Yep. Right. I wanted to say it was the dashboard. They were saying the dashboard harness. Is that what they talking about? Yeah. Yeah, no, not at all. I need my vehicle as soon as possible. But yeah, so I don't know how it must have got damaged when they pulled the radio out because they had just fixed it. It was right. The problem was like right up under where the gas pedal was at and brake up under there somewhere. But all right, so cool. I'll be waiting for your call. All right, I appreciate that. I'll be waiting for your call. Thank you. My bad, y'all. I had my Sprinter van so long, I gotta get it, It's time to pull it on out. It's summertime, I gotta ride and sip the way I want to. But this one is a sticky one. My advice to old buddy, to little young boy, what's his name, Tayy Brown. You kind of you might kind of mess yourself up for somebody wanting to deal with you or do business by uh the ranting and raving and speaking like hidden secrets and all that, and maybe somebody might see a marketing plan in you. It might help you, depending on the person that might want to take a chance spending some money on you with a project. It might help you. But my thing is, that's going to be hard because you are under contract. You didn't follow what your lawyer said or did. So, with that being said, moving forward, the only thing you could do moving forward is if you do music, make mixtapes, marketing, put the money out, spend the money on yourself, marketing yourself, and just put it out for free while you all over the internet right now, and get you some show money. Now, if you don't have no contracts inside with doing show money, and I probably shouldn't be telling you this. Consulting fees, man. I got a consulting company. I'm just giving y'all, y'all can hit me up. Y'all rappers that's out there, singers that's out there, y'all label owners that's out there that need help, independent label owners, y'all hit me up. But I would just put music out for free. And then if records blow up, I would pay for radio spins, get me some radio spins, TikTok promotions. I would gamble on myself, and the records start taking off, and just you gotta have to make show money, man. That's it. L Blizz, what up? That's the only thing that I can advise you. But right now, you sold yourself by signing a contract and then doing business with the person that holds the power. And when you have sex with a woman, women are emotional. They get attached quicker than men. You got some men that will get attached as well. And that could be the argument with you. Tayy Brown, you might have got attached. So everything is like alleged from what you're saying. Kim ain't speaking on it, and you see how she handling it. She not even speaking on it, and I'm sure she probably not. Which that's how you supposed to have handled it. Speak on it for what? It's not gonna get you no difference. You gonna make people look. You think people gonna look bad at her because of that? That's not gonna happen. Kim is well loved. She's an icon, and things happen in life, especially when it's behind the scenes in their private life. It is what it is. You just had to figure out another way of doing so, and you should have went the business route instead of the pouting on the internet route. And then at your age bracket is gonna look like you are, pouting. And you said it yourself. I know it sounds feminine, man, but it hurts, man. It hurts. That's not good, brother. You have the right to remain silent. That's one thing. Bad boys move in silence. That's two things. What you won't say won't hurt you. That's three things. There's so many things of why you shouldn't have never been on the internet talking personal stuff with you and Kim. If you're mad about your contracts, you're supposed to handle it with business. L Bliss said, I'm definitely going to watch the replay. But what happened? Jaddy said, good point. She's already established and he's not. That's a fact. And her fan base outpowers anybody that does care. If they feel that she might have did him wrong. It really doesn't matter because she didn't do no foul play to him. She got right to feel mad, do what she want to do, and she got right to shelf you if she want to. Only thing they can look at her is, man, she might have even just did bad business or he's lying and she don't want to talk about it. She know the truth and she ain't got to explain the truth to nobody because he know what he did wrong, and now he don't want her to say the truth online. So he felt to come out first and make people judge her over him. So either way, he played his cards all the way wrong, man. In this game, it's silence. speaking out, depending on how it's going. It's kind of a sticky one and a tricky way to do things. But if you don't know how to do it, you need to listen to people like your lawyers or somebody that's more older than you, little bro, cause the move you just did is buck wild. Now, if what you saying is not true, and Kim was rocking with you like that on a boyfriend girlfriend level, and you went and had a baby behind her back, and then you want to put the baby involved, saying, "Damn, she mad at me because I had a baby," to make people look at her sideways, mad at you because you had a baby. Now, if you was with her and you had a baby on her, you dead wrong. But if you wasn't with her and you had a baby on her, then your relationship was just your relationship. So we get it, but it's still not gonna make people look at her sideways. But as a woman, women get emotional. They are emotional creatures. So you should have never, ever cross those boundaries and I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Sometime at 25, even though not just our culture, everybody when you touch sex at an early age, 15, 14, 16, 13, you don't move right. Keys, what up? You start thinking with your sausage. So really, you shouldn't have been having no babies at this age bracket, especially when you're working on a career. You're supposed to protect that as much as possible. I used to tell my young boys that I used to have down with me, called the Money League boys. Used to tell them, man, we are in the public eye now. I used to have them over the radio, all over the radio, videos, everything. I had them in a position they was about to pop. And I told them, be careful with these girls, because the girls is the ones that get you in trouble, especially having babies, because they see and they know what's about to happen. You go out there getting babies by them and all that, that's going to be on you. You either pop, they're going to get your money, and if you don't pop, you ain't going to have no money. You're going to be out here breaking your neck to pay child support, and either way, you're going to be in a pickle. So now, once again, the girl that you had sex with and got a baby by her, Tayy Brown, either she knew about Kim, because in the night, and whenever you with Kim, you her boyfriend. When you go home at night, or whenever you ain't with Kim, everything goes. And it ain't got nothing to do with Kim. It's what you said, Kim said. So the girl that you got the baby by either had to know about Kim, because you had to tell her, because if you was dealing with her and she was your girl, you got to go with Kim. So she knows certain times you ain't going to be answering the phone because you with Kim. So she got to respect it. Now, if she ain't your girl and you gone, it don't matter to her. Now, even if she your girl and or she ain't your girl, in her mind, let me go ahead and put this baby in me through this dude because he about to blow up because he's with Lil Kim. And if he blow up, now I got the baby bomb and I got him when it first started, before he blew up. So now, whatever happened with you and Kim might have put a big dent in your ball game for having a baby, because in Kim's mind now is, I ain't gonna keep continuing to blow him up, because mind you, she's an emotional creature. She might got some feelings for you, even though she can still let you go over there and play a little bit. She probably didn't mind the playing, but when you had a baby, in her mind now is, oh, he went and had a baby now. Oh, nah, I blow him up. That girl getting ready to get some money. So that girl might have messed your career up and your money. I don't want to say the baby because the baby didn't ask to be here. The baby is harmless, has nothing to do with none of that. The girl might have messed your career up as well as yourself. As well as yourself, brother. So Kim got all right to do what she want to do. But you can't get mad if she chose to shelf you for whatever. That's why labels sign you. If you miss meetings when you with labels, if you miss you supposed to sign autographs in the store, and you miss signing autographs in the store because their money is invested in you, and you missing appointments and things of that nature, a label will shelf you. And then you'll be complaining about the label. So that's the purpose of contract. That you are not understanding. So you got to keep all good standards when you are dealing with somebody. And you got to triple time double time good standards with a person if you are sexing the boss. Because the boss called the shots at all times. And then you was playing side ninja to her. But when you with her, you was the head, dude in charge. But woman ain't that mean you sold your soul, homie. That's a fact. Ain't no woman telling me that when you with me, then you minds. But when you go home, it's all good. You do whatever you want. Jazzy Bourne said, "Yeah, I wonder what the entire contract stated." Well, I'm sure the contract ain't state nothing about that because that's relationships. The contract gonna consist of, music business and all that. So yeah, so I would wonder what it consists of too. He ain't read none of that off, and I want to know what it consists of because the lawyer said to not sign that contract. But once he signed the contract and they started hanging out, he started saying she just started, coming on to him with the basically I like you. Let's rock with each other. When you with me, you my man. When you over there, you do what you want to do when you go home. But still, at the end of the day, no woman ever telling me that when you go home, it is what it is. Now, let me think. Now, if I like chilling with her, hanging with her, we sexing and chilling and all that, and then when I leave, ain't no strings attached. She ain't mad and can't be because you ain't my girl. But you don't have to say it to me like that when you go over there. Or, But even if that is what it is, then yeah, because when you go home, then you can do what you want to do. Yeah, reverse it back on. Yeah, when you go home, you can do what you want to do. But if you ain't had no contract, you wouldn't have to be online hooping and hollering about what she ain't doing now with your music. So you put yourself in that bind by signing off a contract doing business with your boss. I mean, having, relations with your boss. Whether it was a man or woman, thank God it was with a woman, But I'm just saying, because if it was a man, he could do the same thing. Not saying that that's what it is. We ain't putting no rumors out. I'm just giving an example of sexing with your boss, intimate with whoever. It could be two people that are gay and have sex and one sign a contract and can be mad with each other. So I hope y'all get my point. I ain't calling the young boy none of that. I'm just giving examples of the knots to do. I'm never sexing nobody. If y'all ever see me with a girl and I say this is my business partner, we ain't never ever and ain't never thought about having sex. I'm never gonna be have it in my mind I really like her on the low, so I'll utilize this as a tool. I know I'll get in later on and Mike can get with her. I'm not doing that. Once I say we doing business, that's that. Now, if she say, yo, we gonna do business, we ain't gonna be messing with each other. If I'm attracted to her, I'm gonna tell her, nah, I don't wanna do no business. I'm attracted to you. You're not putting me in the friend category because I'm gonna be around and I really like you. So I'll just leave that alone. We see each other, we speak. And that's for real. Any woman that knows me knows that's how I roll. And I got 3 sisters that I, from another mother and father, but they are my sisters. They call them coming, vice versa. Like love, their husbands know me, all of the above. Very attractive and all that. Never in my life did I did or try, and vice versa. Them, it's never been that way. And they bought that bread in that bag. But that's how you carry it in life. I can give that teaching to whoever that's listening right now that might even been in this situation like the young boy Tayy Brown. That's where he went wrong at. All the way and thinking that you gonna embarrass her by saying what she said about Foxy Brown. And even if it was Nicki Minaj, everybody know that she has problems with them. Who has problems with somebody and don't talk junk about them when they in the privacy with their family or friends or homeboys, homegirls? Everybody on this planet. So him spilling the beans, it's like, man, you telling that to us like we didn't know that already. That, like, okay, Foxy will probably tell you that. Nicki Minaj will probably tell you, man, I know she talk junk, so what? Everybody, if you was around Foxy, I'm sure you hear what she say about Kim. So all that was a waste of time, little bro. All that was a waste of time, famo. That was a waste of time, man. And you know, like I said, Kim is somebody that I care for a lot, like a sister, you know. And if she wrong about something, I definitely tell her if we face to face about stuff. But at this point, she got right to do what she want to do. She ain't break no laws, and she hold the ball in her hand. And I ain't saying it because I got love and respect for her. I just know her loyalty game of 1,000. If she did something wrong to somebody loyalty wise, I don't know about it. I ain't hear about it. Jazzy Bourne said he's very young in the mind, and that's a fact. But you know, a lot of people try to utilize certain stuff like that. But you always got to remember this. A lot of those stories that y'all been hearing that I've been talking about from the 80s and everybody been talking about, which I hate always got to keep saying the name, but we got to go back to it. And I tell everybody it's always going to go back to those stories because those are frontline stories. You know, the Rich Porters and the AZs and whoever else that was getting money back then. They was 16. We was 16. 15 when we started. 13 packing bags, knowing how to get money. Which led into other things which they don't make it right. I'm just saying. But we know how to make, when you are 16 dealing with $100,000 and dealing with a building that can have people in and out and have it controlled correctly and have people out there working for you, and you are 16 years old, that showed you the mentality of a 16-year-old. The 16-year-old's mentality now, that when I see them and talk to them, I'm like, damn, we was that age. We ain't never think like that. It's like, yo, they are really like kids. That mentality went away. 16-year-olds now are really 16-year-olds. You might get one out of each state, maybe two out of each state that's outspoken and smart. But those are normally geniuses that ain't thinking about being in them streets. But let alone homie is 25. So he should be way more advanced than the 16-year-old of today to know to do straight business. Just because somebody is a big star and a big icon, rule number one, you would never need lawyers if everybody played this game the correct way. Lawyers are for a reason. So if you were smart enough to get a lawyer, then all your smarts go away to pay a lawyer and not use them. That's crazy. You paid him to protect you, but when he was trying to protect you and the money you paid him was a waste of time, so he got paid for you to decline his services. Or not his services, his advice for you not to sign a contract. So you should be mad at yourself, my brother, and peep the play. And the whole play was when you brought that girl involved and then got her pregnant, which would make a lot of people say, man, he bringing that into the play with what we got going on. I ain't helping him blow up now. That's a no-no. So it might not just be about the baby. It's just about how you carried it, bruh. It's equivalent to, let me see, give y'all a good example. Some homeboys around, this girl probably never would have bothered or dealt with you if you wasn't popping with Lil Kim. That could be that could be a factor. Now, it's like when you start blowing up, certain people want to cling to you. Now, I might see a guy that I'm blowing up, and I'm like, and see he got these certain dudes coming around all the time, and I'm like, yo, bro, wasn't these the same dudes that we used to see all the time? Why they wasn't trying to hang with you when we was back then just starting this? Yeah, I know, man, but you know, they cool, man, they cool. And I'm like, nah, I could see a leech a mile away. And then he want to keep bringing them around. And then I'm going to be, in my mind, I'm like, man, if he want to keep them around, I'm falling back from him. Because he'll let anybody be around. And if he bring anybody around with that negative energy, anything might happen to me. I'm letting that, I ain't riding with that. Let me let that go ahead. And that's how it happens, man. And Jazzy say, lucky Kim don't rap no more. She would probably do a diss song about him. She ain't gonna diss him because that'll give him leverage. And no, that would never happen. That's the same equivalent to her speaking out about him. So nah. Now she might get an artist to say a few words about him, but make a whole song about this one. Nah, he ain't relevant. I heard about the little young boy running around and, you know, Kim doing videos with him to help him with his career. I didn't know nothing about them was at night boyfriend or girlfriend or anything at all. I just heard she was working with a new young artist, getting him popping. So, but overall, I forgot all about him. He ain't like he popping, but he's making headlines now because people did see him certain places with Kim. And now he's talking about her. See, bad publicity is always the one that everybody like to hear and see. But if he was speaking about something good about Kim, they probably wouldn't be all over every tabloid sharing it. It wouldn't at all. He got to say something bad, and that's what it get it. So yeah. Yeah, she ain't even gonna do a line about him, Jazzy, cause he ain't relevant, cause that'll give some energy, man. She ain't gonna kick it like that. The name of this game is I ain't saying nothing back to you or about you, man. Get out of here. I don't even on these podcasts, a lot of people don't say people names cause they don't want them to be relevant from their channel. So yeah. But yeah, y'all, I got to make some moves. I gotta get to this truck. I ain't even open it up today. I'm gonna open it up late. Because today, Tuesday, I had a lot of things going on, but I don't feel like sitting down, and it's nice outside, so we can go open the truck up. I might go live from the truck so we can have some more conversation. Make sure y'all share this. Please share it. If y'all new to the channel, subscribe. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, man. So, yeah, we got some more things to talk about. I'll see y'all later on. And, yeah, if you know better, you do better, man. That's what I know. So I'm out to go do better. I'm on my way. Peace, y'all. All my knowledgeable people. All right, Jazzy. Peace.